Hello everybody, this is Drunken Bigfoot, and I'm a revolutionist. And what I mean by revolutionist, basically, I want the world to know that America is not what it used to be anymore. It is by far growing disgusting. Rights, liberties, civil liberties, Constitution is being drained of its authority for the American people. It's no longer nothing but a piece of paper with writing on it, basically. Because the government doesn't care about what the Constitution says anymore. It's all about what they say is right now. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking I'm crazy and a conspiracist, but I'm not. You can just watch the news, or read the newspaper, or see articles. YouTube has a lot of stuff about, these things that are going on in America right now. It's out there everywhere, and it just seems to me like a lot of people are just too blind to see it. It's true. It's true. I mean, think about it. Think about it like this. Imagine you woke up tomorrow and you walk outside your door. Military or police or government officials, even. Just saying this. Took away all your rights. Just in that blink of an eye, you just lost everything. All your rights don't mean nothing. Every time you're heading out to work, you have to stop at 42 checkpoints just to make sure that you are an American citizen and that you have these certain cards and this and that. Because that's basically what this is leading to. I can see it. In a few years, probably in the next 20 years, you're probably in your license. Actually, New York State has a new license that just got put out not too long ago, and it has a hologram picture and your actual picture, and in that hologram there's like a little type of chip or something, or maybe it's in the scanning device, I don't remember exactly, but it does register everything from passports to where you work, your address, obviously that hasn't changed, but information about your criminal history if you have one. I think it even goes along the lines of like if you have kids or something like that. It's really scary because eventually it's going to be used. Like when you get stopped by an officer, they're probably eventually going to ask, are you an American citizen? Can I see your identification card to prove that? I shouldn't have to already, if I'm traveling somewhere and I get stopped by some form of border control because, say, you look like you might be not American. Well, what the hell is an American to begin with? Apparently there is no such thing as an American anymore because American rights are slowly being taken away from us. So, let me ask you, are you an American soldier? Are you an American police officer? Are you an American government official? Are you just an American citizen? What are you? But if you ask something like that, you're downgrading and being so naive, and you're being a monster. But yet, when they do it to you, it's, well, I'm just trying to do my job. It's bullcrap. It's absolute bullshit. And let me tell you something, America, if you do not take it seriously, you will lose out on everything that you had. You remember growing up, I'm 28 years old, and I remember growing up, you weren't punished for speaking your mind or having an opinion. Today, you say anything. You say anything about the government, and it's an automatic, oh, they're a terrorist, they're masterminds, they're gonna go out and gun people and blow shit up. I just got done watching a video about this officer pulling over two guys that they were from like Michigan and they were in Arizona. They were Arizona and they got stopped by Border Patrol. I don't remember what the video was called, but they got stopped and this cop goes, I have the right to check for massive bombs of destruction. And this guy that was in the passenger, the driver was put in the back of the cop car. for no reason at all, for going 2 miles an hour over the speed limit. In Arizona, it was 70 miles an hour, and they were going over by 2 miles per hour. Not really anything that you're going to get stopped over. I've drove past cops doing 53 or 56 and a 55 or a 59 and a 55, and I never got stopped. Okay, there is things where the cops aren't going to stop you for 4 miles an hour. Okay, these guys got stopped for doing 72 miles an hour. The officer says, "Hey, I need your driver's license, your registration, and are you an American citizen? And I'm here to check your car for bombs of destruction." Really, for pulling me over for speeding? And the passenger was a pastor of a church, of a Christian church. And this pastor didn't back down from this officer at all. He says, am I being detained? Why is my friend in the back of the car for doing speeding? We were only doing 2 miles an hour over the speed limit. 72 miles an hour. Not exactly something that you want to stop somebody and say, "Hey, are you detaining bombs of mass destruction? Or materials for bombs of mass destruction?" And then getting criticized whether or not they're American when they have the same accent as I do, as the 90-some frickin' percent of America has this accent, unless you're from, deep south where you have a draw. Of course you're an American citizen, okay? You are. Unless you were born from another country and came over here and you're raised here. Technically, in my book, if you're raised here from a little kid, you are an American citizen, whether you're born here or not. If you were raised here from a kid, you are an American citizen. You didn't have that right. You didn't have that choice from being born in Germany and then raised in the United States. That wasn't your call. That was your parents. But, and I quote, and then this whole thing with Ebola, when the president was like, "Well, we're going to keep open the airports and all this stuff, because if we close the airports down, it goes against international treaties." Really, there's a freaking plague. That's basically what this is. This is a freaking plague. It's already wiped out, like, at least from the several different countries in West Africa region, it's already killed about 20,000 people, estimated. Not to mention, it's already killed 2 people in around here, infected more people in America, and now it's right in my next door and in New York City. Okay, I can literally drive 5 hours from here and probably catch Ebola. Not really. It is kind of hard to catch Ebola. You have to have such and such to get it. But I mean, this guy could have sneezed, and that fluid from his nose, because he was in a bowling alley, so he could have sneezed and got it all over the place, and these people are touching it and they're carrying it, and then all of a sudden he just freaking, like this, is now into 20 different people, and then that 20 people turn into 40, then they turn into 60, 80, 90, 100,000 later, So it's just, it can escalate. It can live up to 7 days outside of a human body, and it can take up to 21 days to even show any signs or symptoms of having Ebola. Pretty freaking frightening, if you ask me. But yeah, let's keep airports open. Let's take these people who volunteered to go over there, knowing the risk, and then wanting to have them come back home without having them being quarantined for at least 21 days. They should have done that to begin with, but now the government's like, "Whoa, now it's in New York City, if it was in Texas, it was in this area, let's put these people in quarantine now when they come back." Well, why in the did you not do that to begin with? Okay? Why in the did you not do that to begin with? That's my theory on this. Common sense, people, it is so disrupted in America. Common sense is just now in the crapper. No freaking sense whatsoever in this country. No common sense. Well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I'll talk more into these things I just talked about in the video in another episode. But thank you for watching Drunken Bigfoot, the Revolutionist. And next video, I think we'll talk more about this, as well as maybe hopefully finding a way to change, to help American people. Alright guys, thanks again for watching, and peace out.